Certainly, had you reached out to me 10 years ago, if you said, hey, Lisa, do you want to do this 10 years ago? I probably would have been like, I don't think so. Because
Right.
10 years ago in my life, or it was probably more like 12 years ago.
Kind of getting afraid of the dark, just towards 7th grade because waiting for, remember Flish Flop, the story he would tell us about this guy?
Flish Flop. Yeah, you're hanging onto the door handle, and it's like all you saw was the bloody stump of the hand still hanging on the door handle, or there's all sorts of stories that made you look over your shoulder. One of the earwigs. Do you remember earwigs?
Oh yeah, earwigs were the best.
And we kind of went in the same circle a little bit, kind of like intersecting. And then I moved from Heidelberg in the end of my 8th grade year in '85. So I went to Italy. I still had a couple months left of school in Italy for 8th grade.
Put bales of hay in there and stuff, and they used to have that, and then they would have soccer games and all that. But I mean, yeah, I learned Italian real early. Basically, I guess when I was like 6,
that would be those experiences. Like,
the great thing was we did that and we got along with those teams. We all hung out. I remember going down to Naples, hanging out with some of those guys, or when they came up. We did have a good time
all day and night, and then that was it. But I mean, my son goes to a public school and 500 kids. Now, granted, it's pandemonium and all at this point. Maybe it'll be different just with the vaccine, but he's not going to get a chance to play 3 sports.
Well,
who was your coach? Who was your soccer coach? Because your dad was a soccer coach. Oh, Mr. Ritchie. Right,
legendary Mr. Ritchie, of course.
I think
shout out to Ritchie. Shout out to Peter Ritchie.
He was consistent. Mr. Ritchie coached soccer every year. He rap song probably. But here we are. I haven't seen Peter in forever. Peter hasn't seen me except on the podcast. He and Mike were really good friends. They used to fly kites together and roller skate a lot in the North 40 area, I think. Backwards. Did you do that thing? Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't matter if you suck at it. If you got the right outfit, it doesn't matter. All right. So if you look good skiing, and when you weren't actually skiing, people were like, "Hey, that dude must know how to ski."
Oh, I mean, you gotta say for the European slopes, there was a lot of regalia. It was about, oh, I got the really cool tight pants with the knee pads.
Mine looks the same way.
I don't know what happened to mine. Probably.
We don't have one.
Yeah, no idea. So, and then Bobby, what do you got on there? You've got some.
I've got my Forza Italia.
It's upside down.
Rossonieri.
Lanerossi.
Oh, y'all sound good.
I've got my seat cushion.
Love that costume. And I remember my mom showing up for one of the plays in the middle of the day, and it was a surprise. And there she was right in the front row. And so here I was, this young kid just really focused on my mom and, what she.
That we were in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And in a way, I thought being in the military environment stationed stateside might be a nice way to get acclimated, because I would be familiar with the military environment before I went full board civilian U.S.,
Training wheel.
But I got stationed in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and to an MP unit. And we ended up rotating down to Honduras for like 6-8 months. And then I came back for a little bit and then was sent down to Panama City for 6 to 8 months. And so I saw very little.
Yeah. Feel like we're gonna send you back to where you came from, somewhere else.
Yeah. You want to turn this right quick.
How you doing? Nice to meet your son. Yeah, that's awesome.
This is my namesake. It's Andre.
There's the new Andre, the new version, the new episode, right?
World literature, like Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy and stuff like that people don't even read in college. And it's like, hope you get something out of it. But anyway.
Well, I put college prep on my resume early, and when I was, in college, trying to get a job, and it just, I talked to a recruiter, and they were like, "Well, yeah, it's not really a thing. It's more of a, philosophy. Were you prepping for college?" And I'm like, "Well, kinda."
Marketing for a while, and then 2016, I started teaching marketing at the University of Washington up in Bothell.
Wow.
So I teach a couple classes, maybe one or two a year. In fact, I've got one starting up in the
She would
evenings.
have, I don't know, just this really sarcastic wit, because that's how she sounded back then. When I think about her, and I can picture her as an older person, an older woman being that way, being funny and smart, and yeah, because that's how she seemed at that age.
And I'm trying to get my hair back right now. I'm trying to grow that blonde hair back, that mop, trying to line it up. But I thought that would be fun just to show you that.
That's a great picture. I love that.
So, what year did you graduate? What was your years of Vicenza? What years were you there?
My years of Vicenza were 80 to 82.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated in 82.
I played basketball my senior year because in the wintertime between football and soccer, I usually play soccer for the Italian team of Verona. But it was my senior year, and I was spending all my time with Jim Cavoli, Monty Stokes, Dan Frigo, and so I remember when I couldn't play basketball, but I was 6'1", and then your dad just said, "Yeah, come play basketball for me."
What were you doing there? Were you working on base? Did you have a job there, or going to university?
I did. I actually I got a job working at his name was Diego Tofani. He had a gym outside of base. And
one of your classmates is actually an admiral. Yvette Gonzalez.
We know Yvette very well, and I was talking to Monty about it. Yvette, Xavier, Diana has reached out, and we made contact just last week because of your podcast. All this has been going on. It's been rehashing a bunch of names. That's why I think it's very cool that you're doing this.
No. I was too busy. Listen, I was trying to get to my tape recorder because I was getting into music because my parents started playing disco music around the house. And I wanted to hear that song, "Aw, Freak Out," and I wanted to go.
Oh my!
Remember that song?
Yes, they played that a lot. They played, yes.